No one you know, no one you know has become fruitful beyond it being given to them from their family. No one you know, all things considered, made accomplishments without working, they go head to head. It doesn't exist. So you can sit and talk about luck, and you can sit and talk about this, that, or the other thing. But I promise you, the only controllable thing you have is your work ethic. You need to deploy serious self-awareness and figure out how you are. I implore you to start matching your work ethic and your actions to your mouth. Why is LeBron James who he is? It's not because he's lucky. In other words, say you know he's lucky. He might have certain physical factors, or Michael Jordan. I remember I interviewed him years ago and I said, what makes you the best in the world? Is it skill? Is talent? Is it ability? Is it the background? Is it training? And he was so awesome. He said, Tony, I can tell you the truth. It won't sound like hyperbole or false modesty. He said, I didn't even make the high school basketball team. In my sophomore year, I was cut, he said. What it is every day, I demand more for myself than anybody else could possibly. Except, I don't compete with other people. I compete with what I'm capable of. It's just like that kind of standard is inspiring. Today, the 18 founders of Alibaba, a lot of people think they are legendary. Something wow. You are Alibaba founders. You must be super good at it.
Honestly, most of us cannot find a job so early days.
We're not that smart. None of us graduates from a great university. But the thing is that we are ready to learn. We believe in the future. If we work together, if we learn, we improve, we'll be there. I'd say, I don't want to come common thread of anybody that I work with. The successful financials, athletes, people in politics. It is hunger. You know you, and I both know intelligence is pretty damn valuable tool. But there are a lot of very smart people who can fight their way out of a paper bag. And when you find somebody who has that hunger, the hunger that doesn't go away, that hunger to be more, to do more, to give more than hunger that never ends. You know, that's how you get there. People that are the best in the world of whatever they do. And so if you can, I think everybody has that hunger. But for some people, it's been asleep for a long time because they're afraid. They're afraid that I'm going to get hungry. I'm going to try, I'm going to fail. And so it's human nature to protect yourself from the fear by just lowering your expectations. But one thing I've learned is you get what you tolerate. You get what you tolerate yourself. You get as you tolerate your life, and sooner or later, we sometimes hit a point. We say not another day, none of that hour. This is done. I am not walking this way. I am not taking this way. I'm not living this way. I'm not gonna be in this relationship anymore. I'm gonna change it. And when people do that, that's the beginning of a breakthrough. Success is not something you pursue. Success is something you develop. People are often asking me, how do you develop an above average income? And the answer is to become an above average person. Develop an above average handshake. Some people want to be successful and they don't even work on their handshake. As easy as that would be to get started, they let it slide. They don't understand. Develop an above average mind. Develop an above average intelligence. Develop an above average interest in other people. Develop an above average intensity to win. See, that will change everything. Learn to work harder on yourself, then you do your job. The first decision that you're making of the day, is it actually to get up and get moving? That means you are persistently bigger than your excuses. You are persistently bigger than feeling lazy, and you are persistently beating the feelings that typically stop you. So when you go so hard mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, you have to have time to set aside quiet and recover. Recovery is big. The mind, especially the mind and the body. This is my time. There are no phone calls. There are no emails. The world does not exist. Because I have to get ready for tomorrow. Get the body open up. Why? Because I won't get you to know, but your body's getting tight. You go hard. A lot of people go hard. What happens is that stress starts to tighten up that soul as muscle. Because I always say life is the dance between what you desire most and what you fear most. So if you can expand your desires and break through your fears, you can expand your life massively. It is about what you're saying to yourself, but it also comes with work. So whenever I was getting beat down, physically, mentally, spiritually, whatever I was going through, just saying, I would put, you can't hurt me. A lot of people start with a good starting point. They have a good foundation. What if you can surpass all of these? If everybody who was way up here started up here, and you started with no legs, you had to grow legs to start even walking, and then crawling, and then running, and then you start passing people with all that's given to them. I had to use all these negatives that was making me weak and horrible as a person. I had to use this as the power that now fueled me. I had to flip it on his head and say, hold on, this might be exactly what I need. The darkness is exactly what I need. It's how you look at your situation, and I was looking at it, oh fuck. To me, this is a world's flat moment. That the people who've learned to gain the system, that this discomfort that we feel, where we actually write like they actually don't understand the game they're in. Business is an infinite game, and when you play with a finite mindset, lots of people suffer, including the companies that themselves are trying to build. That's the great irony. The great irony is the way you build great companies is with an infinite mindset. The way you build great companies is by prioritizing people before profit. The way you build great companies is willing to resources. Both things are important, but there has to be this general learning, where we can feel when we come to work and feel like we're part of something bigger than ourselves, where we feel that our work and our effort is worth more than simply the money we make. Stop being this high school dropout. Stop giving up. Stop sleeping on the street. Stop walking up and down Finkel Avenue like you ain't got nothing and get your GED. Stop being afraid to take a test. Who are you right now? And who must you become in order to create what you want? What has to change about you? You're not going to be the best. You're not going to catch the best. If you're not intentional and deliberate, and there are those of you in your space, and whatever you're trying to do, you don't even represent the best in your space, and you're still not giving 120. You're trying to catch the guy, you're trying to catch the female. That's the best, and you're waking up and giving me 70%. You're giving me 80%. But yeah, you have these dreams that you're gonna be the best. And lots of people are hopeless and nihilistic. Way more people than you think. And part of that is because no one's ever really encouraged them. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it, keep looking. Every single thing you wanted to accomplish, you wanted to do, guess what? We still got time. You still have, alright? You still got time. This isn't about playing basketball like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade. There are guys in the NBA that never gonna play basketball like that. This is about being able to think like a champion. Know what goes on in their heads. Understand how you can relate it to your business and whatever you do to take yourself to the next level. Many of you, as I have been, as I am, are where you are in your life based upon what you believe. And it's not just what you think you believe on the surface. It is also your shadow beliefs that are holding you back from moving into the life that you believe you deserve. What I know is, if you're not looking at the shadows, if you're not looking at what it is, subconsciously running through the tape in your mind, telling yourself you're not good enough, you're not worthy enough, you're not smart enough, you're not enough, which is a tape that's playing for a lot of people. If you're not conscious of that, then you end up acting out that belief system, and not out of what you know to be the truest or want to be the truest for yourself. You don't become what you want, because so much of wanting is about living in a space of what you don't have. That's why Jim Carrey's story is so powerful, because he started to act as though he already had it. He would go up the Mulholland Drive, he would drive away thinking, I already have those things, I just haven't accessed them as yet. I believe those things are going to come to me, and I'm going to act like they are. So, I'm going to move forward in my life in order to draw that to myself in such a way that my actions are in alignment with what I say I believe. So if you start to think about that, really, why are you where you are in your life? The choices that you have made have been becoming what makes for a bad day. It is snoozing, starting your day off late, starting your day off tired, starting your day off by mainlining everybody else's newsfeed on social media and looking at everybody else's life and saying to yourself, oh my god, they're on vacation, or gosh, they look so great, or their friends are so fancy, oh my gosh, they've got some money. You start off your day looking at that. You're never gonna have a good day. You gotta start off your day by getting up on time, figuring out your priorities, and then getting to work on them. I think the main reason why individuals have awful days is that they get them by glancing around every other person and seeing what they're doing, rather than having concentration and the discipline to get your day going with you in charge and with your needs up front.